And we are live.
We are live.
I don't see our mouths flapping though, which is a little concerning.
Yeah, let's see what's going on with that.
Size it up, because I can't.
Yeah.
Can't see it. Oh, I think it's because they're turned off. Oh, no, wait. That's not what's going on.
Oh, could it be what it's tied to?
Oh, God, yes. So,
Let's mute again so I can do that.
alrighty, that took a while to figure out.
So that should be working. For anyone watching, you should notice that as we talk, the mouths on the little characters we have on the bottom right will also be changing. It's not perfect, we're working on it, but we thought it'd be fun. A little visual flair. And yeah, so welcome everyone. This is a little project that I decided to do with my brother. I'll take credit for coming up with the idea. This is a game that we're both pretty into. I mean, it is not, I would say, it's not the most balanced game. It's also not the, it's not a game for the impatient. But it is a game that's kind of been on our mind for a while, and something we talk about every now and again. And I just figured, why don't we just play it? Let's just do a full playthrough together, and maybe talk about the game, talk about the series, and try to replicate, you know, that kind of Saturday, Sunday morning cartoon vibes. You'd wake up and have a lazy morning. And so we figured maybe run it for an hour, 2 hours, however long we decide to do that, every other week or so. And it could be a good way to interact with friends, family, and yeah, just have a good time together. We will be checking the chat, so by all means, if you have any questions, throw them our way. It would be great to be able to interact with people.
Kugla, good to see you.
And we are looking at the votes. When we get to the point where we have to choose a team, if you haven't had a chance to vote, I would vote now so that you can have a voice in terms of what team we're going to be using. At some point, we will be able to name the partners, and that could be something else we open up to the public as to what we're going to name each of them. But yeah, I think let's just get it started.
Before we, continue.
Yeah.
I'm Zero. A lot of you already know me from 260 Gamers, and I'm here with my brother.
Yeah, who's gonna go unnamed until I come up with a good name?
Okay.
So I'm just younger
just
brother.
Refer to him as brother.
My friend says.
Ghost, probably because there's an echo again.
Oh, there might be an echo. Yeah.
It's either because I'm coming through your mic, so do me a favor, mute yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm speaking. Do I still sound like a ghost? Please let me know. Because if so, I have. Yeah. Probably. So, well, the thing is, like, they're gonna have to tell us unless we're listening as well through this to the stream. Yes.
All right. Well, we'll play around with the audio.
This guy in orange.
It says you're talking from the heavens.
Okay, so I don't think that's.
Let me move further away too.
Well, no, it's not that. They're hearing an echo. They're saying I sound ethereal because there's an echo.
Oh.
So, let's do a quick check. Go to the settings again.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Do you want to address the comments while we're doing that?
Yeah, of course. Bruno over here is laughing.
Yeah.
The guy in orange vest sounds like he's talking.
This is what you come from. Some hard-hitting pieces on fucking audio.
The funny thing is, we had this set up before where it wasn't giving us that issue, and now, for some reason, it's...
We do also have the inherent problem of me being a soft speaker and you being a loudspeaker, and so audio problems are going to be plentiful.
So there's... Oh yeah, this is what I want you to do. I want you to hit the 3 dots.
Okay. Well, mine?
Either one, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Go to Advanced Audio Properties.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all set to the first one. So echoey, yep. Thank you, Mr. Hasu. Eric, thank you. We're trying to figure that out. I don't know why it's happening again.
I mean, the echo, I think it just gets coming up on my mic too.
Okay, well then mute yourself again, and I want to see if people... Okay, guys, so my brother has been muted. Please let me know. Do you still hear an echo? We're going to wait for someone to respond to let me know. If they do hear an echo, please let me know. I do not hear an echo now. If there's still an echo, that means we need to go back into the settings. While we wait for a reply, brother, go ahead to settings. There's no echo. But this is my normal... That's...
Try now.
Okay, so we lowered the volume on my brother's mic. I also moved my mic a little bit farther away. Is there still an echo? Please let us know.
And can you also still hear me?
Come on, guys, we need help.
Well, there's a delay.
Yeah.
I think in the meanwhile, let's just get the basics going.
Echo is back.
The echo's back, man. What is going on?
So when you were muted, no echo. When be good for today. So this is what I want to try. I want you to go to okay. I think I know what might be happening. We're gonna go to scroll up in the audio mixer. 3 dots on your mic. Click it. Yes. Properties. Set to the razor. That's good. Click OK. And go back to mine. Same thing. Set to sure.
Okay, that's on the right mic.
Click OK.
I mean, does it bother anyone, or is it, is it distracting? If it's distracting, we can mute one of the mics and just talk through one. But if it's not distracting and it's just, there's just a kind of an echoey effect, then we can deal with that.
Luckily, we have a good amount of slack on everything. Hopefully this helps mitigate it, but I do remember when we tested it before, there was practically no echo.
Dear God, let's get it started, and then we'll do audio as it comes.
So we'll just, we'll continue, and we'll keep track of everything, but yes, this is indeed Digimon World 3, but the title at the bottom left is probably going to confuse you guys. This is Digimon World 2003, which is the PAL version. Oh, I gotta hit the start button. I kept hitting X. So, the reason why we're playing this PAL version is because, we're actually gonna let this play through because I love this, this animation. Is because this actually has more content than the North American NTSC version. We also hacked this version, or more like added a special exploit that actually runs the game at 60 FPS instead of 50. Which is the normal 50 FPS is what PAL games usually run at, especially back in like the 90s and early 2000s. So this runs at a full 60 frames a second, so it's going to be nice and smooth. And
It does look HD. I mean, the graphics are going to look nicer. Or I think what you said was to replicate what it would do on the
CRTs.
Yeah, CRTs.
So what my brother is mentioning is we're emulating it. Obviously, we do have the actual physical version of the game. That is 100% true. We've had it since release here. But we're just playing a different version of it, and we're using Duckstation to emulate it, while using a couple of certain settings to give us a more HD feel. For those who like really blocky, square pixels in your, in your retro games, we don't disagree. However, what we did was we added some special filters so that when we're playing in the pixelated overworld, it looks a little smoother.
Looks a little smoother, yeah.
So it's going to look a little smoother. It's going to look closer to what it's supposed to look like if we were playing it back in the day on a CRT, those big old tube TVs.
Yeah, I also caught everyone talking about the audio. Let me know if that, if the audio for the game is a little too loud. I can adjust that on the go. I lowered it quite a bit, so if it becomes difficult to hear the game, then I can change that back up. But just let me know what you guys think.
Also,
and just for the sake of this, we're going to be passing the control back and forth. Right now, my brother's going to be playing, and then at a certain point, we'll switch it up, just so that way one of us can focus on talking, one of us can focus on playing, and then also interacting with the chat. But yeah, again, this was just kind of an idea I had, and I passed it through to my brother because we've been fans of this series for quite a while. We've done a bunch of worked on little projects here and there
since 1999, actually, and I actually have to commend you because you were the one who pushed me to try out the series.
Yeah. It was one of those things where we weren't catching Pokemon when it was when it was airing, and so we for whatever reason on Fox Kids were catching Digimon, and that just became our series. But yeah, we have a pretty long history. We played almost all the games,
Quite literally.
Yeah. Maybe not the Wonder Swan ones.
I mean, I did. I played a little bit of it. I never beat it.
I didn't. Go ahead and start.
All right. So, as I mentioned before, this is Digimon World 3, but 2003. So, oh my God, dude, do you remember when we actually first put this into like our PS2 and played it?
We didn't actually know what this was going to be honest. I don't even think we were very into RPGs. Oh, asking about hype for Time Stranger. Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Brother, did you play the demo?
I did.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it was very good. I think, yeah, for those who maybe are not well acquainted with Digimon, but you have any of the modern systems right now.
Real quick, do me a favor. Go back to the.
You can get the demo for Digimon Time Stranger and play through that, and it kind of gives you an idea for where everything is at modern wise with Digimon. There's a good amount of them, much like Pokemon. There's like hundreds now, different kinds. Yeah, and I really enjoyed it. I liked a lot of the updates they did in terms of overall exploration and battles. I like that you can actually see the things you're going to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't have the whole random encounter stuff, which I mean I think that it's outdated, frankly. I like knowing that I can choose when I want to get into combat or not. Similar thing with Pokemon. I think it's great now that you can see them in the overworld, and you can decide, right? Like, am I in the mood to start fighting things, or do I just want to get from point A to point B?
100%.
Oh, I think you can also press the.
Yeah, no. So what you guys are seeing now is me on the fly activating these filters. So this is, I guess we can call it pixel, like hard edge mode, no filters. And then with this filter, you notice how things get a little bit smoothed out.
Yeah.
This is closer to how things would have looked like on a CRT. Because as much as I love my square pixels, my very sharp square pixels, back in, they weren't intended to look like that.
Yeah.
Going through a CRT, it gets smoothed out and it looks more like a drawn cartoon.
Which is why people sometimes will complain that some of the older games don't look quite as good as they remember, and that's because you're not playing it on the original hardware, and so you'll notice that they look a lot noticeably more pixely. And this is just to help kind of replicate what it should have looked, what the intended look was supposed to be. It does mean though that when we switch into combat,
we have to turn off the filters.
We have to turn off the filters, yeah, to have it look nicer. But we've set that up to a button that we can just press, and it will automatically put in all the changes that we've made.
Thankfully. So here we have all of our characters for this game. For those who are not familiar, Junior, the protagonist, is who you're going to play as, and these two are his friends, Teddy and Ivy.
Yeah, they don't feature heavily in this game.
Unfortunately.
To be fair, they do build them up as if like these are going to be integral members of like your little group, but that's not really not the case. It's mostly you and your partner. You get to have three. You get to have a partner of three, or I guess up to three, because you can leave some behind if you don't want to take them all. But up to 3 Digimon. And then you get to learn new evolutions as you're leveling up. And yeah, it's interesting for that. I mean, one thing that I think Digimon has over Pokemon is just the sheer amount of options, right? You have branching evolutions. So it's where a Charmander would evolve into a Charmeleon and a Charizard. In this situation, using Agumon as the Charmander equivalent, you could go into the intended path, which is Greymon, or you could choose Tyrannomon or Monochromon. Like, you at every stage, you have options in terms of where you want to go, which also means that most games have really high replayability for that reason. No two gameplays will usually seem the same.
Oh my god. Every time I hear this music, I'm just teleported back to 2002 when we first got this game.
Yeah, this game has some fun tracks. I mean, it's definitely some earworm music. The combat and the victory theme.
So one cool thing I did like about Digimon World 3 is that instead of like the first two games where, like, you know, the world just kind of existed and you happened to stumble upon it, this was quite literally created as an online game for us to all play. So the whole idea is like you don't necessarily get isekai'd like in the anime or in the previous two games. In this game, you purposefully go in there and just get stuck, sort of like Sword Art Online. Before Sword
man,
Art
you know
Online.
what? I take great umbrage to people going like Sword Art Online. That should not be the touchstone we use here. This is a dot hack family.
Yes, 100%. I
will
retract
have-
Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
Dot hack. The
Yeah,
problem, I don't
dot
think
hack
I don't think as many people know dot hack as they do.
That's their problem.
And that's
This
a
is,
shame.
you know what? This is a great opportunity for them to learn,
Yes.
go out and explore,
It's another
learn
Bandai
some
game.
new things. I just think it's better.
100%.
You know, and I think there's something to be said about a game. I mean, it's literally a game trying to replicate an online game. It's a
Yes.
game trying to replicate MMO. And, you know, for early 2000s, I think it does it pretty well. We're talking about dot hack now.
Yeah, no,
Going a bit of a tangent.
So I would watch my brother play dot hack, the PS2 games, obviously. And I would notice how he would get messages, emails from these other characters, and I'm like,
or
"But you're
people won't be online,
Yes.
which is a funny little thing.
And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, yeah, this just happens. This is the part of the game.
Yeah, you have allies, and you might want to go and do part of the story with them, and they're not online, so you can't add them. You know, or, you know, the NPCs would be having conversations, which kind of seemed realistic for the time.
It was a very, very I can't find the word. It was a very crazy way of developing a game, an RPG game, back in like the early 2000s.
It was bold. I mean, I really
Very
enjoyed it. But the point is that this is what effectively the setting of the game is. You are in I guess we could call it an MMO.
Yeah.
Yeah, effectively. And now we're about to choose the 3 Digimon that we want to take with us. It doesn't mean that the other Digimon that are in the other packs won't become available. You can actually get all of them, and including one extra secret one. You just have to go through a set of quests in order to unlock them. But these will be the 3 that we're taking with us. And Teddy, as you can see by the little bubble that comes up, he's his favorite clearly is Patamon.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna show another speech bubble showing another Digimon. I forgot which one though.
It might be Gomon.
So you guys are gonna notice something while we choose our pack.
I'm actually going to check as well the
Yeah.
poll, because the poll, I'll say the poll closes at the time that we get the option.
Oh, there we go. He says Gilmon. Says he also
Yeah.
likes Gilmon.
Yeah, I've been testing the game a little bit before we were playing, so I remember a little bit about the beginning. Oh, we are in a dead tie.
There's a dead tie.
There's a dead tie now for the Maniac pack and the Powerful pack. Interesting.
I mean, did you put in a vote?
I put in a vote.
If you guys have not voted,
Yeah, if you haven't voted, this is a great time to vote. You could sway this.
you could even vote in the chat. You don't have to go into the YouTube post.
Yeah, if you haven't voted, you can just. Oh, I guess they wouldn't have any idea.
I guess when the image comes up, we'll give them like.
I can
5
also
minutes.
give. I can probably paste the link. To be fair, right into chat. Let's see.
You better make up your mind. I'm going ahead. I also like the interactions between like the 3 friends here. There's obviously like a little bit of rivalry going on with Ivy and Junior.
Oh right, I don't use the app, so I can't actually do that. What I can do
Also, I'm letting the text go, slow like that on purpose so that people who want to read it actually get a chance to read it. If you guys don't care, let us know in the chat.
I mean, we're not racing.
Yeah, we're not racing through this.
Here, I will post the link as we're naming our character.
Welcome to Digimon Online.
But yeah, if you haven't had a chance to vote, do it now. It's surprisingly, there was one of the packs was kind of running away with it, and now it's become even between two options, so that's pretty fun.
The account name will be your name in the digital world. Please choose your partner Digimon from one of the 3 starter packs. All right, so brother, are we gonna rename him or are we gonna keep him as Junior?
Oh, that's a good, yeah.
We didn't even think about this.
I mean, I guess we can, yeah. For the purpose of this, I don't mind Junior.
Yeah, I don't mind keeping him as Junior. So we're just gonna leave him as Junior. That's his name. He's good to go. We now have the 3 packs to choose from.
Okay,
Balance pack,
let me check again.
Powerful pack.
Let me just make sure that we don't have any like last minute
Stragglers,
votes. Yeah. And I guess I'll wait also for it to catch up on the actual stream.
Go ahead and bring up Discord anyway. The Discord window. What are people saying?
Not much. Jules said that they already voted for Maniac Pack, but that didn't change anything yet. I think. Let's see.
Go ahead and use that phone thing and just lay my phone on top of that.
Oh yeah.
It just makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's even split. So I don't really know what to do in this situation. I mean, do we want to flip a coin?
I don't mind flipping a coin, although I am leaning towards. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're both leaning towards.
I love the Maniac Pack. That's the one I tested on. It's really. I mean, if you haven't voted, you can put in your 2 cents.
I voted.
Okay.
So let's go through these packs because there's also one thing I do want to mention about this game. And literally, my brother and I were talking about this before we even started the stream. So we have representation in this game from the first 3 seasons of the anime. So representing season 1 is Agumon and Patamon. Patamon is in 2 of them. Representing season 3, we have Gilmon and Renamon. Renamon being in 2 of them. And representing season 2 is Vmon, but he's not available in the starter packs.
Yeah, he's the extra one that you can get. And then if you notice, there are 3 unique options: Kodamon, Monmon, and what is called Kumamon here, but I think since then has been changed to Bearmon.
Yes.
Because there will be, at the time that this release, there wasn't another Kumamon, but there would be one that's named Kumamon. So to avoid any confusion, they will retroactively change Kumamon's name to Bearmon.
So for those who don't know, Kumamon now it appears in season 3 as one of the legendary warriors, an ice bear type Digimon. This Kumamon was named before season 4 was released.
Yeah, so there's 2 with the same name, so they went ahead and changed to Bearmon. So we'll be referring to him as Bearmon until we get a new name, just to kind of avoid confusion for those who might have seen season 4 and know of the other Kumamon.
Indeed.
Let me see if that gave enough time for any final votes.
Once again, if you guys are in the chat, if you guys are listening, if you have not voted, go ahead and vote in the chat. You don't have to go to the whole thing, to the poll.
Yeah, you could also just, if you wish, go ahead and just type it in. Yeah.
We'll give everybody, I don't know, put a timer for like 3 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
Or actually, remember we had a poll. We can do polls in the chat.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, I don't know. I think we're between 2. We can just go ahead and choose one at this point.
So what the one you chose back in the day? Which one was it?
I chose Maniac. Bearmon's, I think, one of my favorite designs.
I agree. I actually started with the Powerful Pack back in 2002. And mainly it was because of Agumon. But I do love me Gilmon and Bearmon. So I have no issues going with the Maniac Pack if that's what you think we should do.
Let's do it then. Let's just do a Maniac Pack.
All right. All right, everybody in chat, we're doing it. There's no going back now.
And we can always get,
Yeah.
if someone was, oh man, I really wanted Mon, we can always go back and get them, recruit
Yeah,
them.
we can always unlock them.
Yeah.
Everybody else you saw there, including Vmon, can be unlocked later in the game. It's just going to take a while. So if anything, we'll put another poll up asking people which partners they want to see in the game.
And I think the Maniac Pack is also a pretty safe choice for a playthrough. Bearmon is pretty strong, generally. So is Gilmon. Hadamon's kind of the weakest link. I mean, they're very good as a magic user. You can think of him almost like a mage.
He's our green mage.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get some healing.
White
through
mage,
them.
white mage. Sorry, not green mage. Wow, so this is the chamber room. I always found it interesting, the whole pod thing that you have to go inside of to get digitized.
Yeah, I always wondered how do you leave? Like, I get that, well, presumably you need to move, right? And then you have to get onto a ramp to get out. But I hope this is not the only ramp. Because could you imagine 100 people trying to leave at the same time?
It'd be ridiculous.
It's going to take ages. Although I do like the idea of having, like, more than just a mask on. You have a whole
Yes.
you have a whole
It's your whole
environment.
body. It's not just your face.
Yeah. It also kind of looks like the Saiyan pods from Dragon Ball Z.
It does. I never made that connection.
Yeah, it definitely looks like the Saiyan pods.
I was also curious, especially here.
Ivy's comment throws me off. Is the suggestion that more than one person can fit in the pod?
Yeah.
I don't think that's how that's set up. It kind of looks like it's a one-person deal.
Oh, and another amazing cutscene's coming up. One that I really like. This cutscene always made me feel like, oh, they were supposed to log in immediately right there, but then they had to find a separate way, so...
Yeah, I had that same thought. The whole denied thing making me think, oh, something went wrong. And this is one thing that I think needs to be mentioned. Because the digital world, which exists in basically every iteration of Digimon, is what the term implies. It's a world, but it exists presumably within a computer of some kind.
A server.
A server. So there are different servers, which helps to kind of explain some of the continuity issues you might find between seasons. And this one, I believe, is the Yamato server that we're on, correct?
It did say Yamato server, but the thing is, in the Digimon lore, there's only 3 servers. There's the Yggdrasil server, which I'm not sure if it has like an actual name. There's the Iliad server, which is where Digimon Time Stranger's from. That's going to be fun. And a brand new server, the Shambhala server, was created recently.
This one's saying now Suka server.
Asuka server, yes.
Yeah.
So this is just a completely different reality. Let's just say that.
Yeah. But the point is there are different servers, and that most of the plots of most of the different games or series or manga or whatever will take place usually, if you're going to the Digimon World, into one of those servers.
Oh my god, this music. Tell me I'm wrong about how amazing this music is. Also, I think we got a comment.
No, someone had they basically just said they'd voted. I'm actually not seeing comments right now. But as they come up, I'll go ahead and say something.
Aside from battles, Maniac Philip, you can card battle. Oh, dude, the card battles in this game.
Card battles are fun. They don't make a whole lot of sense in the beginning. They seem easier than I think they intended them to be. Because you will get stomped after the tutorial when you fight your first person. But it does introduce one of my favorite mechanics, which is fighting card one to get additional packs.
Which I would love for them to bring back in one of these in a future game.
So basically, for everyone listening, there is a kind of a TCG mechanic here. There's a collectible card game you can play. It's pretty basic. Some of the rules don't make inherent sense, but you know, mileage will vary. You know, I've had some fun with it. It's not my favorite mechanic, but it does have this fun little thing you can do where you can find Cardmon out in the wild, and if you defeat them, you will gain an extra pack that you can then open and get additional cards, which is a fun little thing to do as you're exploring the world.
Oh my god, this right here always got me too. So this arena always had me thinking like, oh, there was going to be some amazing final tournament or battle.
Oh yeah, they set this up so they set it up kind of like Pokemon. To be fair, as you'll see, we'll have to do some fighting for gym badges. For
not even badges. We don't get badges.
Well, but you know what I mean. We're fighting gym leaders to gain the right to enter a tournament.
Okay.
You have to talk to the.
No, I know.
In front, yeah.
I'm just giving everyone a taste of what the whole lobby has. So we can get an explanation of everything here, but you guys are with us. You won't need this.
You're giving us a lot of credit here. This game is notorious for not giving you all of the necessary information up front.
Oh, I should have brought the booklet from the physical disc. Should have brought it.
You can bring it another day.
Yeah, I'll bring it next time.
So now they're going to be loading in the Digimon that we've selected from the pack. And one of the fun little thing is you're going to see them kind of walking behind us as we travel.
Wow, I finally get to meet my Digimon. I can hardly wait. Oh, they're our friends. They're slow.
He's talking so much shit. You intentionally left them behind. Although I will say, maybe it is true that you can fit more than one person, because they both seem to have come at exactly the same time, and there wasn't that much of a delay between Junior coming in. So maybe we're the bad guys. Maybe we just left our friends.
Yeah, maybe we just went a little too fast.
Maybe we're the baddies.
So Ivy over here changed her name to Kale. Sure. Presuming a lot there, Junior.
Yeah. You know what, Kel, you're right. It is your choice.
All right. So after a little bit of introduction, you see the little satellite, which is essentially our Digivice in this game. It lights up, and it usually lights up whenever something important happens.
Yeah, if you receive an item or get a message or something of that kind. So there are our partners. Baramon, Gilmon, and Patamon.
What did Teddy mean by that? Who came up with this?
maybe just the idea of having them.
All right, here's Bearmon.
Oh, we got some people in the chat. Hello, Mark. Hello, Prem. So you caught us just when we were getting the pack of Digimon that we're going to be starting the game with. It was a pretty eventful moment. We had what I thought was kind of a runaway victory for the Maniac pack. Right up until the point we were about to pick became a tie between two packs. So we had a bit of an indecision in like selecting what pack we were going to go with. Ultimately, we decided the Maniac pack. I think probably a safer choice. But yeah, these will be our partners for the foreseeable future. As we get further in, there will be options for us, as we mentioned before, to recruit any of the ones that we didn't select and the extra Digimon Vmon that is not part of any of the 3 packs, but is a recruitable Digimon.
And there's our little group. Asuka City, let's freaking go. Oh, we're gonna give them a taste of the battle system.
Tamer Genji.
So it's funny because I thought Tamer was a term created for Season 3, when actually Tamer has been a term for Digimon since the inception.
Oh, that is a good point. I guess so, right? Because
Yeah.
no one refers to them as such in Season 1 and 2.
No, they were referred to as Digidestined, or in the Japanese version, Chosen Children. But when the VPET came out, you were always referred to as a tamer. You were
And
taming a
by
monster.
VPET, for people who don't know, so Digimon originally kind of started out as kind of a think of as like the male or the boy version of Tamagotchi. And so it was more like, monster based, and you would raise and fight monsters and such. And then that kind of then got adapted into being a manga, and then eventually into an anime. So when he says VPAT, he's talking about the original kind of Tamagotchi-esque device that you would have had at the inception of what Digimon was.
All right, so here's our first battle. It's actually kind of funny because they put us against a Kawagamon, just like in the first season.
I mean, Kawagamon tends to be the main enemy, I feel like, in most.
Yeah, the first enemy you see in a lot of Digimon media.
Yeah. But, I mean, let's talk about Bearmon's design. I really like this look. I love the backwards cap.
Likewise.
The needless referring to bears. Like, who even knows what that's... why he has that, but I think it's fun. I like the little tribal marks that he has as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the little wraps around his hands. It's just I like the vibe. I like the fit. I like the vibe. For a while, he was kind of my favorite outside of Gabumon. I mean, even Terriermon or anyone else. It was kind of Gabumon and then Bearmon.
All right, so in the battle system, we can see it's completely 3D. So no more sprites except for the overhead text and whatnot.
Yeah.
I actually preemptively turned it off as soon as we were transitioning, but I can turn the filters back on, and you can see how it looks a little bit different.
Yeah, so that's why we turn it off when we go into battle, because it just looks cleaner in battle.
Yeah. So even though the on-screen text looks better, the models themselves look a tad blurry.
Mm-hmm.
So turning it off, you can see how much clearer and sharper the 3D models look. So
yeah,
that's why you're going to see
let's explain a little bit about the battle while you go through it. I can just kind of talk about this. So you have your different options. You have fight, which is just going to be your basic attack. Doesn't use any kind of resources. There's going to be techniques as a secondary option. Those are, if anyone's familiar with like Final Fantasy, those would be your abilities and spells. Those would take up MP. And then you have DV, which will be Digivolution. Currently, we don't know any evolution, so we can't turn into anything else. Tag means you can switch out into any of your other partners, but not really necessary now. Quagumon's not too tough for us. And then items, if you wanted to use an item, and then run, if you wanted to leave the battle. You'll see on the top how there's like these little boxes on the top right. That just refers to the fact that we have 3 Digimon and on the left there's 1. But as we face stronger and stronger opponents, you're going to see that they're going to have a couple of those boxes to indicate that there's multiple enemies we need to face. So right now, my brother's switching into Gilmon.
Which, I'm essentially getting Gilmon a hit for practically... Oh my god! Took a harder hit. But can he use... Yes, he can.
Okay, so he's gonna use...
His special technique.
Yeah, special techniques. That's using up MP, but it's usually a stronger attack. Now, is that overkill? Probably.
100%. That was not necessary.
Probably.
But I wanted to show off techniques.
Yeah, of course. Thankfully, we're in town as well, where we can heal.
So this is the progress screen. This is where you see everyone getting their EXP.
And also where you're going to see the evolutions, those 3 bars on the right, the evolutions that we learn as we level up.
Yeah, I won.
We got some comments here. Mark has a V-Pet, a red V-Pet right next to him. Mark also says in Japan and I think other Eastern cultures, characters, especially animals, often have kind of a verbal tick that verbally denotes them as that species or animal, like Kero Kero for frogs. And he says, I think it originated from kabuki theater or stage plays. Yeah, that's an interesting observation. I mean, that could also kind of explain maybe the reasoning for why some characters might be wearing things that have the very thing that they are,
yeah.
like Bearmon wearing something that literally says bears on it.
Alright, so we just learned about the Digimon Lab, which is essentially where we go when we want to switch some stuff for our partners. Switch which evolution they use, switch our partners themselves, stuff like that.
Or leave partners. I mean, you can... I don't know why you would choose to do so, but you can leave some of your partners behind. You could travel with one of them, 2 of them, or all 3. It is also how you would switch out partners. So if we were to recruit Renamon, who we did not pick because they were not in this starter pack, that's where we would have to go to switch them out.
Counting on you, kid. Ho ho ho. I don't... Counting on us for what?
I wonder if he's stopping everyone that's coming
And like every single person. Yo, you new here?
He's
All right, 1
super
second.
preachy
Put
old
up your
man.
dukes. Let's fight.
Yeah.
Lazy Yuka. Oof. The parameters are for... Yeah, whatever.
You know what? It has a point. There's a lot of attributes that need to be taken into account. Like stat-wise, there are truly so many stats that you need to consider. Or I guess, I mean, it's up to you. But there's a lot of stats to consider with each Digimon. There's, your typical, physical attack. I guess we can see it here, like physical attack, defense. I'm trying to remember what that little...
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that one is.
Intelligent? No, that's not intelligence. Intelligence is the book.
Yeah.
Spirituality?
Wisdom? It might be spirit or something. Yeah, then speed, and I don't know what the last one is, although my assumption is that has to do with blast evolution.
Probably.
And then on the right, you're going to see these are all elemental. So these are your like elemental affinities. They're going to be important because the lower they are, it kind of lets you know what you're weakest against. The higher it is, what you're strongest against. And there is a training mechanic here where you can increase those amounts. Some stats really do matter more than others. The speed stat, which they don't inform you very much of, plays a huge role in terms of turn order and also evasion. Like being able to evade attacks is tied to your speed stat. And you are also, it's possible, depending on how fast you are, that you can get multiple turns before an enemy does, depending on how much faster you are. But unless you know that, right, you're probably, some people may not put as much effort into speed stat, but that is a hugely important stat. And then some Digimon just kind of focus more on physical or magic attacks. Like Patamon's more magic focused, so we're probably not going to put too many points into strength. Probably more into defense and magic, given their kind of like mage role. Whereas someone like Bearmon is naturally pretty stocky, like pretty defensive. So not as much emphasis on defense, but probably just adding a lot more into just physical attack.
He's a beefy boy.
Let me see. Let me check the. How does the game compare to the first Digimon, to the first two Digimon World games? I haven't played it before. Oh, interesting.
Who said that?
DJ PSSB.
That's our buddy Lucky Dan, a very, very prominent and skillful Smash Bros. Player. Thanks for joining us, bro.
Yeah, I don't think that the people developing these games had, I don't want to say clear vision. I think they were just trying things out because each one of the games does something different. So Digimon World 1 is a pet raising game, first and foremost.
It's as if they took the V-Pet and made that into a full adventure raising monster game.
Which makes sense, right? Because it predates the anime. So
it does.
It would have been, what Digimon was at the time would have been the V-Pet. And then after the anime comes out, it kind of changed into being more of a, building a bond with your Digimon, exploring the world with other children or other heroes. But yeah, so Digimon World 1 it's much more of a pet raising game
with battle mechanics.
With some battle mechanics. It's, I think, pretty unforgiving for new challengers, but if you stick with it, it's pretty rewarding. If you don't want to deal with some of those kind of older mechanics, though, they did come out with effectively a sequel, Next Order, which is basically the same mechanics as 1 or similar mechanics,
simplified.
But hugely simplified, a lot clearer, and with the opportunity to improve on some of the, I think, sticking points that people have. Like, for example, your Digimon can die. They have a life cycle. So after a certain predetermined amount of time, they just die, right? They go back into being an egg, and then you have to raise them from scratch. And for some people, that's tough, right? You got a Digimon up to like 2 levels higher, right? From rookie to champion to ultimate to mega. And then they die, and that your progress in the game grinds to a halt, and you have to start over again. DJ SP basically says he's saying he's playing Next Order now, and he's loving it. Yeah, so if you're playing that, that's Digimon World 1. Digimon World 2 did a complete left turn and was like, now we're gonna do dungeon delving. So you travel through, is it the Digitank? I don't know what it's supposed to be called.
So here's my best description of Digimon World 2 as a guy who barely played it, and if my buddy Lucas shows up in the chat, he's gonna rip me a new one, but I'm just gonna describe it how I best can. It's a dungeon crawler with some heavy limitations. That's essentially what Digimon World 2 is.
Yeah, you're limited how many movements you can take.
So
before you're auto teleported back to base.
So the idea is that the only safe place is your base. Everything outside your base is dangerous, and you can only traverse it. You can only traverse these dungeons in your Digitank, and your Digitank only has so many movement points. And once those movement points are done, you get teleported back to the base.
Yeah, no choice. I mean, some people really like it. Some people defend Digimon World 2, but I think it's pretty. Out of the 3, I don't think it's a stretch to say that 2 is not looked favorably upon.
Yeah,
I don't think it's most people's favorites. Although I'm sure there's people who really like it.
I do also want to throw this out here because it's one of the main things that people complain about with Digimon World 2. So in Digimon, evolution is pretty straightforward. You can choose which evolution they go into. In Digimon World 2, if you want your Digimon to level up and, gain more evolutions or whatever, you have to fuse them with other Digimon.
The fusion mechanic. Yeah, no, makes no sense.
So here's the problem. In Digimon, there's something called DNA digivolving, which is when they fuse and go up a level.
And we'll get into that. There is DNA digivolution in this game. We're not going to get too far into it, but it's not a commonplace thing, and it's usually temporary. So the idea that you would need to constantly fuse in order to kind of gain evolutions just doesn't make any sense. It's not how it works. The show was out at that time too,
Yeah.
so it's not like, they didn't have anything to draw on. So for any number of reasons, Digimon 2 is kind of like the weird one. But Digimon World 3, what we're currently on, is a more traditional JRPG. Right, you have the overworld where you're traveling. You have these encounters, right? These random encounters that will come up, and you have your magic points, you have your MP, you have your items. You can even have equipment, which is I think kind of surprising for most people who play Digimon. I mean, Digimon don't carry weapons typically. I mean, or if they do, it's something that's natural to them. But here, no, you can buy equipment, and you can equip them to your different partners. So it definitely plays much more like a traditional JRPG, and I also think that's why it's probably easier for most people to get into, because it's familiar. And then there is a Digimon World 4, but the less we say about that game, the better.
If Digimon World 2 is an incredibly frustrating and backwards type of playing a game, World 4 is literally everything we just talked about.
Well, World 4
out the window.
World 4 is a beat 'em up. It's a beat 'em up game. You're fighting hordes of Digimon with your own. There's a lot of problems with it. I don't think it works. And I we mostly talk about the initial three, because we think those have the best. It just did the best, and 4 we kind of try to act as if it never existed. There is no Digimon World 5. It'd be nice if they picked it back up, use the same naming convention. But since then, there have been different Digimon games for different platforms, and by and large, I think a lot of them were good.
So after Digimon World 3, they kind of separated the Digimon RPG series from the raising type of series. So if it's a Digimon World game, it's a monster raising game now, specifically.
Yeah, and then you have the
Digimon Story.
Digimon Story, which are much more.
They're your RPGs.
Yeah, they're much more RPGs, like plot focused.
Yes.
There are a lot of investigation stuff.
So it's funny.
And let's actually just dial it back in for a second to the game to explain what we just did. So we went to the card shop to learn the card playing mechanics, and then we went to El Dorado, which was that other shop right next door. And El Dorado, basically,
Auction house.
It's an auction house. They sell more exclusive items than what you could typically buy in the regular kind of like armory that is in town. Right now we're back in Asuka, and you should check the box. I think there's something you can pick up there. The blue box. Yeah, there we go. No, the other one. Is there like bits you can find here?
I mean, I think you're thinking about this thing down here.
No, I almost distinctly remember there being something there. Anyways,
This way. I already picked it up.
all right. That's the inn that, and you're gonna see that up there. There's a Garomon, which allows you to heal, and then the robot-looking creature next to them is Gardromon, and they will allow us to save. And you'll find them throughout the world.
So there's a Terriermon. I think that's supposed to be a plushie or something, because it's not moving. Like right next to Gardromon, you can see.
Oh yeah.
But if we go up here, we can find the rooms.
This is I'm kind of infuriated by this. So when you go in here, you see how there are 3 Digimon sleeping. So these are Digimons from season 1 and season 3 respectively. But while they have the models for them, like the overworld models, they didn't bother to add them into the game, which is kind of sad. Because, these are some people's favorite, and by some people I mean myself. The blue one and the green one Gabumon and Terramon are two of my favorites. And so the fact that I can't use them in game is kind of frustrating, but that's okay. You can get their evolutions, which I suppose is a good consolation prize, but at least we get to see a mirror.
Yeah, so specifically you can get their megas. You can get Phoenixmon, Mega Gargomon, and Metal Garurumon. But you can't get the rest of the lines. Also, I think Kabuterimon, for whatever reason, is an evolution you can get in this game.
I mean, there's some weird choices here. But here, we are in Asuka City, and we're gonna exit in just a moment to go and actually start the game proper. But do you think, let's just check the weapon shop for a moment.
Smith shop.
Yeah. Well, because there's more than weapons.
Oh my god, look at Gargomon. His sprite is so badass.
How much money do we have? Do you want to check that?
We have less than 350 because I used 8 bits to heal.
Let's see.
Kaboom! This is the armor. Yeah, come on. Let's go.
326. Okay. Hardly anything. We can probably do without for a little bit.
Yeah, what I think we should do is probably buy more healing items instead, so we don't have to keep running back and forth.
I agree. Until Patamon gets a healing ability.
Oh my god, Gomamon. He could have also been added into this game. Easily.
Yeah. I mean, they have the overworld. I get that the fighting models are probably not there, but Mark's asking. Well, you said, yeah, dang, it's frustrating. How the heck do you have Agumon but not Agumon? Yeah, true. And what system is DW3 on? So this is is it
PlayStation
only on
1.
PlayStation 1?
It's just a PS1 game.
Yeah, it's only PS1.
It's never been ported anywhere. The only reason why we're playing it on PC is because we're emulating it. I mean, we also have the physical game, so it's not like we're doing anything wrong. But
no, we own the physical disc. But you know, we've played it to death.
And that disc is probably on its last legs. If I pick it up, it'll probably disintegrate at this point. All right, so let's get a couple power chargers so we can keep ourselves healed.
This is one thing about this game that I think is also important for people to know going in. Money is tight. Like you really need to work on saving money to be able to
check out
afford what you need. Yeah, life is 500 bits. That's not that easy to get early on. So you do need to be a little bit stingy in the beginning, and really get your power charges. Those are basically your basic healing items. Some Digimon will learn a healing ability, and you can start relying on those, right? Using their MP, and then healing them at the end when you're getting low, instead of using all of your power charges. You typically would keep those for battle, and then if you're damaged outside of a battle too far from an end, use your Digimon's healing ability, save yourself some money. But yeah, in the early games, while you might want to focus on making your Digimon as powerful as possible, keeping them alive is way more useful.
100%. Especially since our Digimon are very low level. I think only one of them leveled up so far.
Yeah.
Let's actually check. There we go. They're all
because
level 1.
you changed Bearmon out.
Yeah, so all the EXP got distributed.
It got divided, much like older Pokemon. Before, like, well, I think even now, right? If you switch things in, the experience gets divided. I always like the guard's design. I couldn't tell if the helmet was supposed to be horns, or now that I'm looking at it, they kind of look like plugs.
Power plugs.
Like power plugs.
When I move away from this guy, you can see the hole going through it, just like actual power plugs.
Yeah. I still think that's a dope design. I always like their design. One other thing you'll notice as we're exploring the digital world is there is a tendency in almost every iteration of the Digimon World for there to be items from the real world. Not just computer-based, but just general items from the real world, kind of like made part of the digital world, which I always found like a kind of an interesting quality. So you just see like random bits and bobs everywhere.
So here's another good example to show off how the filter really helps. So I'm going to turn it off. So notice how the grass just looks like a bunch of dots. Sure, you can see how there's some grass blades and stuff, but it looks very blocky. It looks like someone took a paintbrush and just splattered it on the wall.
A lot of details.
Once you do that, you can see way more grass blades. For whatever weird reason, this filter makes it look like it's actual grass.
Yeah. You should grab that item, by the way.
Oh, I'm doing it. Don't worry about that.
I think it's an equipment.
Power charge.
No, it's not a power charge. So if you see Leomon down there under the training, that's one of the gyms. We can't use it now because we need to gain training points, which you gain through battle.
Oh, here comes a battle.
And after a certain amount that we've gathered, we can spend those at Leomon's gym to increase some of our stats, which is super important in this game.
We're getting ambushed.
Oh, great. Ambush basically means the enemy will attack first. But Kunamon's not too dangerous. I will say in the early levels, you kind of want to stick close to the city because there are Digimon that can wipe you if you're not careful.
Oh.
Typically, you want to at least get to, I would say, maybe level 4, 5. I mean, 5 is when you get your first Digivolution. But, yeah, I wouldn't venture more than maybe 1 or 2 screens away.
Also, the fact that Bearmon just does a whole backflip whenever he wins, I'm just like,
Yeah,
dude, you're cool.
he's a spunky little dude. I will say for people who are thinking of getting into Digimon, if they just kind of want to know a little bit of what it's about, there's various different animes you can catch. Game wise, there's a whole bunch of good games you can play. There's Next Order, what we were talking about, which is basically Digimon World 1 but remade. Technically, it's a sequel. What are the other ones? The more story driven ones.
Story driven?
Yeah.
All right. So if you guys still play on your DS, there are Digimon games for the Digimon for the Nintendo DS. They're called Digimon World, but in Japan they were called Digimon Story specifically. So those are RPG games. So Digimon World DS, Digimon World Dawn Dusk, all of those are RPG games for the DS if you're trying to play something on the go.
And then the other games that are also kind of story focused.
Cyber Sleuth.
Yeah, Cyber Sleuth.
So Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth and Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. Both of those are JRPGs, very similar to Digimon World 3 as a matter of fact. Except instead of having one-on-one battles, we have 3-on-3 battles, which, in my opinion, are fun.
Yeah.
They're available practically everywhere. If you play
And pretty cheap.
Yes. So
Pretty cheap.
if you want to play it on the go, you can play it on your Switch. If you want to play it on a PC or console, it's literally on everything you can find.
It can feel, I think the first one in the series, Cyber Sleuth, can be a little, not grindy, but a little, slow.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a good entry point, especially to kind of understand Digimon, the Digivolution mechanics. There isn't as much of an emphasis on raising, though. I will say that. So you would be missing out on that.
So it really depends on what kind of gameplay you want to see.
Yeah, if you want traditional JRPG, you can go with Cyber Sleuth. If you want more of the kind of pet raising, then I would go Next Order.
Absolutely Next Order, unless you're really trying to torture yourself, then you'd go with Digimon World 1. And we mentioned this earlier, Digimon World 3 doesn't really hold your hand when you play this game.
No, it does not.
Digimon World 1 literally throws you and says, survive.
Oh my god, yeah. Digimon World 1 truly does not care.
You can
Whether you live or
die,
die.
you can live, the game does not care.
It does not care. Nice level 2.
So those are our suggestions. If you
Mark says Cyber Sleuth is a great entry point game to Digimon as well.
It really is. However, if you just want to be passive about it and just watch, especially now that we're all adults, let's be honest, I don't want to say that Season 1 is bad necessarily as an entry point, because a lot of us got into it with Season 1. But I would argue, and I don't know if you would agree with me, that season 3 would be a better entryway point if you're an adult trying to watch.
Yes and no. Season
Yeah.
3, I think, is more beloved. I think it's better written. I do think there is something about season 1 that is pretty endearing.
Absolutely.
I think it grows to be a better show over time.
It does.
So I wouldn't throw out season 1 entirely, but I guess I agree that it takes a while to kind of get to the point where I think most people would find it interesting. So season 3 might be a good entry point for the anime.
Yeah, another good entry point, again, if you're an adult or teenager trying to get into it. Again, I don't know if you'd agree with me on this one, brother, but Digimon Data Squad, Season 5.
Oh, I don't like Data Squad.
I rewatched it with my friends, and
It's basically
pretty decent.
it's Digimon Cops.
It is Digimon Cops.
It's Digimon cosplaying as cops, which I'm not a huge fan of. I don't like their proportions are just out.
Yeah, they're
the
weird.
door. Yeah, Digimon start being like the size of buildings. There's like no consistency. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. Some of the designs are fun, but I don't really like the plot. I don't like the some of the designs of the humans, and
Yeah, the art style completely changed.
the art style, yeah, it's completely different. But I would say 3. 4 is strange. Season 4 is a completely different. Season 4 is basically Digimon Power Rangers.
Yes.
Where the humans become the Digimon. So I guess for the games and the show, the creators tend to have this view of like, we'll try anything. I think there's literally a Lego series where it's like Digimon Legos where Digimon can kind of fuse together and become.
Oh, okay. So when you said Legos, I thought you meant literal Legos. Talking about anime, and you're talking about Cross Wars.
Yeah, Cross Wars. I'm not a fan of Cross Wars.
I'm not a fan of Cross Wars either. So,
I don't like the relegation of some Digimon to just being a part of another Digimon.
Yeah.
I like them to have their own identity. Wow, there's so many evasions.
Crap.
So, as we talked about, evade is tied to speed stat, which would mean, oh wow, Gilmon got knocked down. So this is what we mean. Like, even though this is the first area, if you're not careful, you can get wiped. We're switching out to Patamon now, but yeah. So evade is tied to your speed stat, which would suggest here that Kunamon's faster than Gilmon generally.
So I was trying not to use up too much MP because I'm like, one fireball, dude's practically dead. I just gotta, tap him on the freaking face and he's good. He blocked both.
Mark is saying season 4 is weird, true, but the music slapped. I agree. I mean, listen, I like season 4. I just think it's a it's a pretty big,
Departure
from what we know. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Lobomon. I'm a fan of Gunimon and all those.
I'm a fan of the lore of season 4.
Yeah.
The idea that you had the beast and human-like factions fighting each other, and 3 great angels came to help quell the problem. Only for one of them to go evil, it being tied to Lucimon, aka Lucifer, and it being
this Digimon has sometimes gonna have an emphasis on demons and angels.
Yeah, so I'm going to say this right now. I'm surprised that back in the 90s, Digimon flew by the way it did. Because we had literal angels and devils fighting each other in
I
the
think
show.
anime got a... Well, I think early 90s they got a... Even late 90s. I think
Yeah.
early 2000s they started to get a lot more censored. I mean, what was the one that was doing a lot of those dubs? The one that did One Piece?
I think it was 4Kids.
Yeah, 4Kids, notorious for censoring. If you got onto Toonami, you can pretty much fly under the radar.
Yeah.
I mean, Gundam Wing didn't pull any punches.
So here's the thing. In Gundam, when people die, you don't see them always get cut in half or whatever. Maybe you'll see that once or twice. It's usually the robot getting cut. But inside that robot is a human. If that thing gets cut straight through the middle...
The main character kept trying to off himself every chance he could. he couldn't stop himself from doing that. I was like,
It's like, dude, chill.
It's like, oh, there's a mild inconvenience that might threaten my mission in any possible way. Well, I guess I gotta finish this.
All right, Pyrosphere. Let's see if we can pull this off. I'm just going to do double Pyrosphere. I'm not even messing with this guy.
Yeah, we're just trying to gain some levels, at least until we get our first evolution, which is level 5.
Oh, critical hit.
One thing you'll see as well in most battles is there's like a little bar that's on the bottom. Well, no, it's on the top right. That has like these little sparkly.
We'll show it next time.
Yeah,
I'm
little
gonna keep
sparkly
running
like
around.
stars. That is the blast gauge. That's a mechanic I think that's unique only to Digimon World 3, where kind of in almost like in a bit of desperation, if that bar fills through taking damage, through dealing damage, you will automatically digivolve into the next stage. You don't get to choose which one you turn into, but you do gain a new form. You are fully healed, and you have unlimited MP for about 3 turns. And it's kind of meant as this kind of like, you know, Hail Mary, get me out of this situation. It's each one of your partners has their own bar that fills separately. And while you can't control when you're going to digivolve, because once the bar gets full, it's full. As you can see here, it's like a third of the way full right now.
So the top right of the screen, right under Gilmon's health bar, you'll see the sparkly tube.
Yeah,
That's
So-
the blast gauge.
while you can't decide when you're going to, oh, nice evade. While you can't decide when you're going to evolve, you can kind of look at it and decide, okay, I'm pretty close to filling up the blast gauge. Maybe I should switch out to someone else. And then if you find yourself in a sticky situation, switch back in, you know, get hit once or do one attack. It will probably fill up, and then you can make use of it.
There we go.
Okay, get them on level 2.
So I'm just going to go ahead and switch to Patamon, get him to level 2 as well, and try to figure stuff out as we go along.
So one thing you can try to do, I think you can probably comfortably move into the next map after Patamon gets level 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can move into the next map and start trying to hunt down Quagamons. You do have to use your MP moves, but they give a lot more experience, and it will make the process a little faster. Oh, one also interesting tidbit that is, I guess if you've never played a Digimon game, or if you never watched the shows, is that Digimon can fully talk.
Yes.
You might have seen a little bit earlier when we were selecting our pack or when we summoned them, but they can fully talk. They can have a full conversation with you. It is not like Pokemon where they can only say their name. They're not limited in that way. They can speak. They have their own opinions. Obviously, it's a bit limited in the game, but in the show, they have their feelings and they'll make them known, which I think is interesting. I think
Yes.
it's nice that they call them partners, right? It's your Digimon partners. They're not, it's not a Pokemon that you capture in a Pokeball, keep wet until you need them. It's a kind of situation. So this is the training gym. We have. Have you seen the bottom left 5 TP? So TP is training points. That's what you need in order to train. And there are different levels to it. So there's TP1, meaning you're going to get a minimum amount of points for every success. Patamon was not very lucky here, so they only got 1 out of 3 successes. If you were to do 5, then the only difference is that the amount of points you get into whatever skill you're training would be higher, and then at 10 it's the highest it could be. But you're taking a risk, right? Because for every failure you get nothing. Right here Patamon critted. So if you get 3 successes in a row, you have the opportunity to make 1 more roll of the dice basically, and get a little bit extra more points into that stat.
Just so you guys understand, when we do this, when we put them in the training, it's them by themselves. We have no say.
Yeah, we have no control over this. So in a kind of fun way, you can kind of root for Patamon or root for Gilmon or Bearmon and hope that they do well. Come on, 1 more success. There you go. You got a crit.
Oh, there we
Tripped.
go.
That's okay.
But so we're training mostly the speed stat right now, because like my brother said earlier, a lot of what happens in this game is based off of the speed stat, especially evasion, attacking first, stuff like that. So
And I mean, if anyone has like, this is as much your game as is going to be ours. So if you're like, no, I want you to train this Digimon in this stat for whatever reason, we'll take that into consideration and add that in there. We're now doing strength, which I don't know if we should be doing strength about them. I mean, I get it, right, for RMP, but I would think defense is probably better.
I'll do one strength, one defense.
All right.
Just so Patamon isn't as, I don't want to call him weak, but the fact of the matter is he's pretty freaking weak. I also found it kind of funny because in this animation you kind of see Patamon taking these hits, and he kind of just turns and lets them hit his butt. So it's kind of weird.
Mark is saying trainer might make more sense for making the case that trainer might make more sense for Digimon, as like you're the trainer for that Digimon, and that because Pokemon are more like animals, that humans should be called tamers, which I guess I see that point.
He doesn't make a bad point.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Pokemon, Pocket Monsters, Digimon, Digital Monsters.
I think I will go 2-3 point into speed, and then 2 point into, 2 point into attack for sure for Bearmon.
Yeah. He's going to be our heavy hitter.
Look how happy he is.
Oh. Well, that...
Come on. There you go.
Alright, one more into speed.
And as we mentioned, you get TP by battling. As we fight stronger things, and as we're just out more often, we'll gather more points. But since we'll be leaving this first screen to do some better training, we wanted to get some points in. Especially now that we're saying that we're getting a lot of evasions out of some of these kind of opponents. We want to make sure that we're minimizing that.
Oof.
Oh my God! Come on,
Bearmon, come on.
Give us one. There you go.
Now keep in mind, guys, we have no control over this.
Yeah.
So he can easily go 3 negative, and we won't gain a single point.
Yeah. Which, I mean, again, for 1 point, not too bad. But if you're spending 10 points and you get 3, that is...
I'm crying.
Pretty deflating, yeah.
I'm curling up into a ball, and
You
I'm
work
crying.
hard for those points.
All right, all 5 training points. Let's get some speed for Patamon.
Mr. Hasse was saying that Patamon's killing it. Yeah, Patamon did overall pretty well.
Absolutely. Patamon may not be the strongest right now, but he's going to prove to be invaluable later.
I mean, healing alone is going to be amazing.
Remember, everyone, treat your white mage well. Your life is literally in their hands. Alright, Gilmon, come on, give us a second one. Mother.
Oh my God.
Well, 2 points is better than none. 3 on Gilmon as well?
Yeah. Maybe 4, because he's just not doing that well with speed.
Come on, give us a crit. That's my boy, let's go.
Come on, one more.
Yes.
We got a crit.
Come on,
Let's
give
get
us
this
a 4th
fourth one. There we go.
King.
Okay, totally made up for that.
A total of 8 extra points, let's go. Alright. Get a little bit of strength in there.
There's a
Actually,
slight
his
sense of gambling with this.
His defense is low.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely put into defense if you want.
So I do want to talk about
They
this.
They use like a pitching machine. Oh, crit, nice.
Yeah, I do want to talk about
Good job.
So when this game is long, that's the first thing we want to say.
Yeah, it's yeah.
So when we were kids, my brother and I both had our own save file on the same PS1 memory card. Back when memory cards were a necessary thing. Let's so I said earlier
Let me
that
take over while you talk.
yeah, sure. So I said earlier that I started with the powerful pack because I had Agumon, and I figured, yeah, let me just do Agumon. Let's go with that guy.
Man, Gilmon's making up for it. Well, another crit. Good for you.
Yo, his defense is now nice. I love it. He's not gonna get knocked out anymore.
Wow, he actually has lower defense than Patamon. That's surprising. I mean, I guess he'll get better over time. But he has magic.
Chose the powerful pack. And this game does require quite a bit of grinding, so you're going to see us do a lot of battling. So please be patient, everyone. However, as I was playing through my game, I remember...
Let no one call me a coward.
Is that gonna
Is it advised to leave the first area right now? No. Am I doing it anyways? Yeah.
Bro, I don't think you want to go that far. Maybe here is fine.
You know what? Because you said it.
Okay. Anyway, so I was saying I was playing with my powerful pack, Monmon, Agumon, Renamon. And one night our parents were rushing us because we needed to get ready for a gathering that we were going to go to. And we had maybe 30 minutes left. We're already changed. We're just waiting for the parents. My brother goes, hey, could you grind my save file for a minute? And I figured, yeah, why sure, no problem.
Oh man, he took that. That's not great.
Oh, this is an electric type.
Oh, good evade. Good
Patamon
evade.
with the freaking evade.
All right.
So, I'm grinding my brother's Digimon, leveling them up. And in a rush, we were told to get ready because we're leaving. I go to save, and I accidentally save over my save file. Now, I was farther than my brother at that point.
Oh yeah, dude, you were so close to the end. That was.
I was.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was like, "What are you trying to do?"
I'm trying to switch.
So it wasn't that I was necessarily close to the end, but I was more than
way
halfway
closer.
through.
Yeah.
I think I had already achieved Mega by that time too. So, needless to say, we were at the family function, and I'm just like angry. I wasn't angry at my brother. I was angry at myself.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I gotta save quickly. I gotta go. And I didn't pay attention, and I'm just so upset. I did end up beating the game completely. No cheats, no nothing.
Like later on.
But by the time I beat it...
Also, we're in danger currently, just to put it out there. Quagamon is a champion level, and I'm a rookie level, and I shouldn't be fighting him. But I'm doing it anyways.
So we finally get to see Bearmon's technique, which is just a punch.
Punch hard.
Punch him really, really hard.
Bearmon's strong. That's why we have a chance.
Please don't die.
Naturally strong.
Oh,
okay.
Bearmon.
Yeah.
Beast.
Bearmon's a tank. Good. Well, this is like death of 1,000 cuts kind of situation.
Pretty much. So the first Kawagamon we fought was purposefully weaker. So anyone can beat him. He's like Last Joe.
And also, to be fair, I am using techniques which are naturally stronger than just basic attacks.
True. However, the second you leave Asuka City, it's no holds barred. So like all the other Digimon outside are just going to be ready to wreck you. So when my brother said he's facing a Kawagamon, which is a higher level than Bearmon at the time, which is true. Yeah, no, there's a big chance that you're just gonna like get hit real hard.
So if you notice here, this person, Tamer Catherine, was saying that we could duel another time. So when you're traveling, you're gonna find other tamers that will either fight you with their Digimon, or will want to face you in a card battle. One of the two. Now, I don't know the mechanics completely, but I do know that depending on how strong you are, how strong your Digimon are, that will determine whether or not they're going to face you in a card battle. It's not guaranteed that they will.
Oh, thank you, Mark, for the bless. Let me go ahead and read
Item here. Oh, good, a buckler. Okay. So that is an equipment which I will give probably to Patamon, because I think they need it the most. Buckler. How do I do it? How do I go to equip? Is it sort? No. Status, that's what it
Oh,
is.
dude, we forgot to do something.
What?
So go back to Discord when you have a chance.
Yeah, let me just equip this.
We don't have any. Oh, the
you
buckler.
can't. Oh, wait. Is this one of those situations where it's the left or right? I do not understand why they do this. For some reason, certain items will be left or right, and the buckler seems to be left-handed. So you wanted me to go back in here?
Yeah. So one thing we forgot to do. We forgot to turn on our main like stream page, our team at the top right. So
Oh, the logo?
not the logo, not that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
So not level. Go to Maniac Pack and turn it on. There we go.
Yeah. And then I can put in level, but we need to change that. Here, you do a little bit while I go and change that.
Yeah. So you guys will see that at the top right we now have a visual for what our team is, and over time we'll be updating the graphics so that it tells you what level they are, and stuff like that.
Can you just verify the levels quickly?
Yeah, sure thing.
222, right?
Yep, they're all level 2. So this is something we worked out.
It's probably a little tedious, but you'll see that like we're gonna be keeping track of the levels as time goes on. We just thought it'd be a little fun thing to do, and if we do get new Digimon, it'd be nice to kind of know, how the team is switched up.
Oh, another thing we forgot to do. I'm gonna go get the kicking boots. Oh, I don't know if we can get the kicking boots this early.
No. So you can start the quests, but you can't get them there yet.
All right, so I'll start the quest so that we can get them as soon as possible.
I wouldn't start it until we at least get level 5, because the beach that you need to get it from, they're way stronger than the forest.
Also, notice how Bearmon just went and demolished.
I mean, Baramon's gonna be our hard hitter here. But we definitely get way more experience this way.
Oh, so yeah, you go ahead and keep playing because I did.
Yeah.
Oh, you're updating. Okay.
Yep. Is it tedious? Is it necessary?
Probably
Right.
not. But,
Probably not, but
it's our stream, and we're gonna do it our way. Like even because I'm watching the stream obviously on the phone, so we can keep track of everyone. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm like, oh, I can see the team, I can see the level. That's actually pretty cool.
And if there's anything that I mean, we've all watched YouTube videos. We've all watched. I think to some extent, people have seen streams. If there's anything you'd like to see more of, or things you think we should change, let us know. We're more than happy to try things out. This is for fun. So we're not committed to any kind of one particular style, or beholden to any kind of a formula. If we think it'll be cool, we'll try it.
All right, let's see what a regular hit does.
I think probably half. Yeah.
Ooh, more
Just
than
a
half.
little bit more than half. We're definitely gonna need to heal after this next hit.
I don't know why, but my soul was saying, holy crap, this guy's gonna block this. This guy's gonna evade it somehow.
No, we'd survive one more hit anyways. It's a lot of gambling when you're going and doing this kind of stuff. You're like, can I survive another hit? Like right now, can I make it to the end before another fight? Probably. So I'm taking that risk. I also think it's a good indication for personality. I feel like I'm less risk adverse when it comes to like doing certain things in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the chance if I can.
Oh yeah, we should probably save too.
Talking about Vmon. Vmon will become more important as time goes on. Let's go ahead and let's do a save.
Also, the fact that it's Gardramon saving for us, I always found it very, nice. Like, I like the fact that we're...
He's always been he's always had kind of a protector role.
Yeah. Which is why I loved it when...
This was our test stream, so you can see that we're higher level.
Yeah.
So we'll just squeeze this one.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I loved it that in Season 3, Andromon / Gardromon, because Andromon can digivolve from Gardromon, I love the fact that he got a partner. Because in Season 1, Andromon was so cool. I loved Andromon's design. I love the fact that he's an android Digimon just going in doing his stuff.
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, to that point, I like that some of the newer games have been more open to allowing you. I don't know if there's an item down here. I'm going to check for it. To allowing you to use different Digimon than the ones you would see in the show. I think early on they were reluctant to do that. They'd let you digivolve into different things, but they would normally start you with some of the kind of like, fan favorites. But I do like, especially with the newest one that's coming out, there are some oddball choices, and I think that's fun. Alright, let me start. I'm going to try to stay around, around this area. Not go too far.
Oh, it's just a Betamon. Hit him in the face. Slap.
So one thing that will become important is figuring out every Digimon's kind of elemental weakness. That will play a role more so as time goes on. So certain elemental attacks will deal more damage to certain Digimon than others. Right now we're kind of going blind. We don't know what Betamon's weaker to or not, or what Bearmon's weaker to or not. We can kind of try to judge based on Bearmon's stats right now, but no, I don't have them memorized right now.
East Wire Forest.
Do you see here, like, there's like a random plug?
Yeah.
Right in the middle. Not plugged into anything, but it's just there.
Also audio cables.
Yeah.
Within the trees and stuff like that. So interesting.
Yeah,
Look at that.
It's running through, yeah.
Oof.
Oh, another Quag one. Good. Good experience. Let's just go Bare Fists.
That'll probably be a surefire one-hit kill.
We might get a one-hit.
Slap.
I mean, that'll be ideal. That would definitely help with... oh, there we go. Yeah. Help progress. One thing I also think is true. I think damage isn't exact. I think there's... You can do a certain amount of extra damage. At least on crits, where it's not a guaranteed set amount. I think there's like a roll involved. Oh, two in a row. Let's see if we get another one-hit kill. Nice.
That's what's up.
Okay, level 4. Almost level 5, meaning we get our first evolution. And I think a good natural stopping point will probably be a little after the first evolution, maybe getting into the second one. And the ending there, and then obviously, keep your questions coming, or comments coming. We like to hear from all of you.
That's right, guys. Like, if there's something you want to know about this game or about us or even about Digimon itself, because we've both delved into Digimon lore and Digimon games and stories and stuff like that, so ask away. We're going to be able to.
Yeah, I mean, we've been pretty involved with this series for a while. I mean, you more than me, I think, right? In the sense that, you worked on that that game.
Oh, jeez. TDZ Digimon RPG. So I guess I'll delve into that a little bit. So
Rich thinks he's too cool.
Back in high school, my brother and I, well, my brother first started using RPG Maker 2003. He got his hands on it, started messing with it, showed me the ropes, and from then on I said, huh, well, I've always wanted to be a game developer. Why don't I make my own RPG? What am I going to base it off of? Well, Digimon doesn't have a new game right now. Let me do that. And luckily for us, online, a lot of people had ripped a lot of Digimon sprites from previous games, and I would use that as
we didn't know how to make sprites.
Yeah, I used that for the game itself, and I didn't have a story. I kind of came up with the story as time went on.
Well, I don't think it initially started as a game. I think it was just us messing around.
Yeah, absolutely. As time went on, it became more of like an actual game.
Son of a...
He really evaded that.
Yeah.
So I went on and said, all right, well, let's keep this going. The problem with RPG Maker 2003 is that it doesn't really have a lot of options. You're pretty limited. So
we had to work around things.
Yeah, we had to work around things. So Digivolving would just be a skill. It would just be a spell you could use. You'll see the Digimon Digivolve, do an attack, and then go back to rookie. And that was it. That's all you could really do.
Yeah, because we didn't... I mean, getting the Digimon to remain in that form would mean we would have to have sprites for their evolved states, which we didn't have.
Yeah, we were hyper limited, and I didn't have the skills to make my own sprites and animate my own sprites and have all that done. It just wasn't going to happen.
But he did work on it. I mean, and yeah, over time we both got better with the system and were able to make more kind of elaborate events and improve on the story. And then by the end, I actually liked the direction that you took it in. I thought it was actually pretty interesting.
The fact that I learned so much from... I still remember, so you had taught me that we can essentially make events continue happening by the system itself checking what items you had in your inventory. So about half of the game was developed with that in mind.
Oh, yeah. Your whole... You have to imagine, what if your entire story structure depended on your character having those items on you, which, I mean, typically you don't think twice about, right? Okay, you make these items, and as long as they have the items on them, that's fine. What we didn't expect was what happens if someone got rid of an item that you were not meant to get rid of, like a key item. We at the time didn't know how to make a key item, so we just, someone could sell a very important item that would trigger a story event and would mess everything up. So you had to go back in and change all of that to make them these undroppable key items.
Or just make switches.
Yeah, later we learned about switches.
Yeah. So I remember we had released 2 or 3 short demos for people to try out to give us some sort of direction. And someone literally asked me in one of the forums, hey, so I beat this boss, I sold some items, and I went back to talk to the boss and I had to fight him again. What happened? I'm like, oh, you weren't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until then that I started experimenting with switches and realizing, I could just say, turn this thing on, switch this on, and then tell the game to look for this to see if it's on or off.
Yeah, we could control events without having to have
items.
Yeah, an item attached to it, and that opened up a whole world of possibilities. Ooh, I am out of MP. Okay, well, I think we can do it. I think we can do it as long as he doesn't evade. I think we can probably take him into it.
Come on, half health.
Because we're pretty close to 5. I can feel it.
Remember, you got power chargers.
I know, but I think I can do it.
Baron is taking these hits, no problem.
His defense is very good. There we go.
That's what I like to see.
This might do it, or we might be 1 win away. Or probably 1 win away.
Yeah, one more battle, and that'll probably do it. So, I still remember when we released TDZ Digimon RPG, which, by the way, TDZ stands for the DigiZone, which was a Digimon fan website that I was really attached to.
They're very good.
So I essentially named it after it.
Is With the Will part of that or not? Oh, we got ambushed. That's not good.
I don't think so. I think it's a separate forum.
Ooh, I hope I survive this. Okay. I need to go.
Alright. So, I remember it was 2008. I was just graduating high school. We released TDC Digimon RPG version 1. And holy crap, people were like, oh, this is great. And then like a month later, we would get messages. So like, this isn't working. And I'm like, crap.
The people were very kind, to be fair, because
Yeah.
I've replayed it since then, and this was like a newer version. It's rough.
It was rough as heck.
Oh my god, what is going on?
So in recent years, we've gotten back into RPG Maker. Now that we have adult money, we can do.
I keep getting all the newer versions when they go on like
On sale,
Bundle.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I went, found my old. Actually, no. What triggered this? I found a YouTuber
One more.
playing version 1 of TDC Digimon RPG.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, there was someone on YouTube that was playing the game that you made.
I think it was Shadow Shark on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
And his favorite Digimon is Vmon. So he's like, yo, I get to choose Vmon from the start? Let's go. And I'm like, cool, he's liking it. And I'm noticing it's version 1 because I'm noticing all the spelling errors. I'm noticing the events not working the way I remembered them. And I'm like, oh no, I don't want this to be the legacy of this game. So I found the latest version and I was playing through it to see if there was anything wrong with it. And I noticed a game-breaking bug that you cannot fix if you're just playing. Literally, you would teleport from one map to another, and you're stuck on the unbound areas of the map where you can't move, and that kills the game.
Well,
So when I noticed that, I'm like, all right, I'm fixing this. I'm fixing every other small problem and making sure it's playable from beginning to end.
yeah, you released the newer version people could play.
I haven't released it yet.
You haven't released it yet? You should.
So what happened is I fixed that, and then I said, well, if I'm fixing
Oh
that...
yeah, you got into the habit of like, might as well change everything we can. Yeah.
literally fix it up and make it the best it can. I'm even thinking about changing the name of the game from TDC Digimon RPG to something more slicker.
I do think though, for the sake of people who might be searching for something, like just release what you got. That's something that I'm getting more used to. Like I like working on my own projects, and sometimes I have the habit of not ever releasing it because I don't like where it's at, right? And I remember I was watching. It was actually a Pokemon stream where someone had made a Pokemon TTRPG, and they were playing through it, and they were open about like this is a work in progress, and you know they would openly share what they were working on. And I said, you know what, that's a good idea. Maybe don't focus so much on how perfect things are because it's never really going to be perfect, and just release what you got.
Which, by the way, if you guys ever want to see us either working on the game or actually playing through TDC Digimon RPG or whatever name we give it later, let us know. That's another thing we can put on the channel. It doesn't always have to be Digimon World 3, although that's going to be our main focus. Because this game is long and will take us a while to beat.
We have to be close to level 5. Yeah,
He
this
still
has
hasn't
to-
leveled up?
No, I think it's 170. I know you can actually look up the
How much EXP?
yeah, exactly how much EXP you need. I think it's 170.
Oh
good
my god,
evade.
Bearmon, you beast.
They call it evade, but it looks like a block.
I think they don't want to call it a block because they don't want it to sound like other games.
I guess so. No, wow, okay.
So Mark is saying, yes, I agree, you should release it. I want to play it too. And I'm like, yeah, Mark, you've seen me work on it a bit, so don't worry. I'll get it out to you guys at some point.
Or at least play it, right? Like at least
Yeah.
show people what it is. It is rough, ladies and gentlemen, but it is a I think to give you credit, it is a completed game.
With the post game too.
Yeah, with the post game.
What I'm currently trying to do is come up with at least 2 or 3 side quests you can do throughout the game to give people a little bit more to do.
Yeah.
Once those side quests are done, which one side quest is going to involve an Armadillomon armor digivolving. So you have to go find the egg, give him the egg, and armor digivolves.
Oh my god, these evades. What is with Betamon having these fucking evades?
And
Oh,
then-
I got to go twice. There's a good indication of like how speed can play a role. Sometimes, depending on how fast you are, you can go twice, and it was a really good example. I was able to do 2 attacks.
Yeah, so like I was saying, Armadillomon, you find the egg for him, give it to him, he goes into Submarimon, then you can use him as a vehicle to take you certain places. That's my whole idea. I don't know if I should tie that to the post-game. Like, complete that side quest first, and then you can complete the post-game, which is just a boss rush tournament mode. But I'm trying to think if there's like other places I can use that at.
Yeah, I wouldn't stress too much about it. Honestly, I think just release what if it was up to me, just release what you got. What is going on?
Yeah, I know.
Kuwagamon's not giving me this much trouble. Come on. There we go.
Grismon, let's go.
So we've finally gotten our first evolution, which is Grismon.
You should do the whole animation too.
Yo, I have to. You can't set it, I think, unless you're in the... Can you set it outside the lab?
I think I go to the menu.
Well, here, let's actually just do the first. We'll show you what an evolution looks like. So when you gain a new evolution, or whenever you have an evolution, you can go ahead and go into DV, and you'll see the option for whatever evolution you have. You can see the stat differences. So it's a pretty big boost in attributes. You select it, and then you digivolve.
Which I love this.
Yeah.
I love this animation. Oh my god. So well done. Grizzlymon.
I always call him Grismon.
In the game they called him Grismon, but
Yeah, that's
his official name is Grizzlymon.
That does take your action to do. Oh, good evade. We don't. So one thing you'll notice is we have no techniques. As you level up, I believe you're rookie. I don't know if your rookie ever learns a new one, but your evolutions will learn new techniques. But when you first evolve, you only have your basic attack, so that's what we're going to use. We are stronger now, though, which will mean Kuwagamons and all those things we were fighting before, Betamons, should be much easier. You don't always have to digivolve, though. You can, upon learning an evolution, go ahead and set it as your default form when you're in battle. Yeah. That's what I'm going to look for.
Go to status. It's probably in status. And we're going to see. So we're going to choose Bearmon, see Digivolve,
Digivolve.
Go to Grismon.
Yeah.
Battle, Digivolve on.
Yeah. And that will mean that we will begin the battle in that form, or we don't have to switch into switch from Bearmon into Grismon.
Which by the way, we didn't learn this when we were first playing the game. It took us a while to realize, oh, we don't always have to digivolve every time we want to use Grizzlymon or anybody.
You can also get an idea for like what they're trying to go for with these. Like you'll see that Grismon's naturally fast and bulky. That's kind of like the main attribute to see here. You see that your kind of like spirit, your magic, like that doesn't really change. So it's kind of the intended use of Grismon versus someone like, I'm going to Patamon. You can tell that magic is higher, like 71, versus its physical attack, which is 34.
Yeah.
And that's going to be true for a lot of its forms. And so that's why we say you use Patamon as a mage. It's just because, yeah, you could train your physical attacks, but it's not as beneficial for Patamon as it is for the others. Actually, now that we got these levels, let me actually see. Oh no, I don't think I got training points for anyone else, right?
Only Bearmon's gonna have a.
So we'll save those. Tapermon, I don't think we saw him yet.
Which is weird because we walked around Central Park and the outside areas quite a bit.
Yeah.
Also, the more Digimon you fight, the more I think you also get points in certain other things too, like resistances. I think.
As you level up, I think you do. Did we fight someone here? I think there's someone in here that we can fight. Which, actually, if that's the case... Let's start focusing on someone else.
Yeah, if we're going to level someone else, we might as well put them in the front so we don't always have to tag.
Yeah.
The next time we stream, we got to show them the DNA digivolving we can do here.
Once we get the option, for sure. Oh, well, no, here's a card battle.
Oh, well, we're going into a card battle. That'll be fun.
You can
It's
see
gonna be our first card battle.
Yeah, you can. Oh my God, level 9. We're gonna.
Okay, this is gonna suck.
Get demolished.
So,
So this first choice is just to determine who goes first. If you get the Kalomon, who's the white Digimon, then you get to go first. If you get Impmon, which is the purple one, you go second.
Mark, I hear ya. The fact that Digimon World 3 has never been ported anywhere else is kind of a crime.
The fact that none of them have, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's
Digimon
just
World
so strange.
1, 2, or 3, not even 4 either, or any of the PS2 games, were ported anywhere. And there's actually a movement to get Digimon World 1 ported to GOG at the very least, but Bandai's not going to go for it. I would have expected Digimon World 1 to come out as like a PS1 classic, but it never did.
And just so you can tell what's going on right now, we're playing our Digimons onto the field and then using any items we have. And it's basically whoever has the most health remaining will win. So to some degree, you can argue that as long as you have the stronger Digimon, you win. There's a little more to it than that. Depending on the stronger Digimon are, the more resources. If you see in the bottom, you see how there's like these cubes. Those are kind of like your resources in color. If you don't have enough resources to summon the cards you want, then you can't summon them. And then some opponents have a tendency of taking away from your resource. Like for example, Divermon requires 2 blue, versus Geckomon needs 1 and Crabmon needs 0 blue. If I didn't have enough blue, then I can't summon Divermon, and kind of out of luck. I think I'm pretty good generally right now, and I'll probably win this one just because Divermon's my strongest card. Yeah. Jesus. 46.
Oh boy, who are they bringing out? Oh.
Patamon, it's fine.
If they bring out a third Tenomon, that's going to be a problem.
No, it's Patamon.
Okay.
Yeah, if you get 3 of the same Digimon, they will Digivolve and then become 1 stronger card.
And then they get more attack and health points added.
Yeah. But we're fine for the second round. We're probably not going to do too well in the third round because I think these are my 3 strongest ones.
Yeah, and you
And
don't
they
reshuffle
get-
your deck.
Yeah.
You
Do they
just get-
reshuffle the whole thing?
No, you get whatever's
right?
remaining.
Yeah. So probably not as good. I do got I got a search card though. Yes. We're gonna use trade charge, which lets me trade 1 card in my hand for another card in my deck. I'm just gonna try to choose something that's powerful.
So,
8, 7, 7. Oh, 9, 8. That's not too bad actually. Or 12, 9.
I think you might want to go for the 12-9. It doesn't require anything.
Yeah. And then I gotta give something up. I'm gonna give up the 1, 1. Now the question is it enough, right? Is it enough to?
Yeah, they might just have a lot.
But we'll see. Okay.
Oof.
I mean, as long as they don't get more, as long as they don't power. Oh, they're gonna power up. As long as they don't get 17 worth.
Okay, this might be rough. Okay, well, they win.
They win because we have to fully remove their health, right?
Well, do they have less health than us? That's the question.
We're tied, and so we lose on the tie.
That's BS.
Yeah.
I always hated that.
She was higher level than we are. I thought this was going to be a battle, like an actual fight.
Yeah, Mark, you're right. Digimon World 1 did get a soft remake, or let's be honest, it's more of a sequel, because you actually see the Mameo, the character from the first game, in Next Order, and he's older, so it's a continuation. Now, there is another Digimon World Raising game that's very similar to World 1, but it was locked to the PlayStation Portable, PSP, and I believe it was also locked to the DS, and they only came out in Japan. And it's Digimon World Redigitized.
I never even heard of that one.
Yeah, I'm playing it currently right now on the Vita, but it's essentially Digimon World 1. Updated graphics, obviously, it's the PSP. You only have one partner, but once again, unlike World 1, you're actually told, hey, you can go here and do that. Go here for this. Oh, you got an email on your Digivice. They're telling you to go here for this specific story continuation. And it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it.
I do want to call out, if anyone has a preference so far on who their favorite Digimon is, it'd be nice to kind of hear who people are kind of siding towards.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If anyone,
maybe we'll show them more love as time goes on in terms of buying them equipment.
And not only that, like if you have a specific Digimon you want to see like an evolution from, like Mega Gargomon, Metal Garurumon, I mentioned them earlier. Beelzemon, you can get Beelzemon as an evolution.
I mean, that would, yeah, presumably that means you know a good amount about Digimon to begin with. But as we're going on, right, like if you have a favorite, let us know. And we'll try to use them more often. We'll put up a poll eventually when we need to name them. But, yeah.
I would have loved like a special like little hack to forcibly change Kumamon's name to Bearmon. So that way we never have to like change it like that.
So I'm almost sure. Maybe I'm crazy, but I thought there was like 300 bits we can get here.
The 300 bits were downstairs.
Was it? Was
Yes.
it? Oh, that was in the box?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Like I know what you mean. I remember we obsessed about those boxes for a while.
There is something that's going to be there.
Yes, it's just not now.
This is the bar, which I think it's also supposed to be the source of where we get lamb chop, where we get information. From my understanding, it's supposed to be like if you don't know where to go or something happens, you can go here. Where are we on levels? 225. And then, I mean, I guess we can try to end the stream maybe at 1:30.
Yeah.
So we have a couple more minutes left. Is there anything in the chat that people have been bringing up?
Yeah, so just like my brother said, talk to us, ask us questions.
And listen, honestly, if this is something you're just kind of having in the background while you're doing other things, totally cool with that as well. We're basically just asking for any feedback because we want to know what you guys like. And if there's anything that we can add or improve on, you know, let us know on stream, after stream, whatever works.
We do have a Blue Sky social media account, so if you guys want to bother us there, you can as well. Just search up Lost Tamers there, and yeah, you should see us. Or again, comment on the VOD. This will be up on the YouTube channel as a VOD, so you guys can watch it.
It would be very risky and go to the beach if you don't have no reason to be there.
I mean, that's not the beach; it's more like the mountain area, but it is also kind of like.
It's called a cape, right?
Yeah. Just hope you don't run into Triceramon, because that's
He's
hurt.
up there. No, he's up here. I can run into Koalamon. Or Koalamon, or whatever you want to call it.
Coelamon.
Coelamon.
Because he's a coelacanth.
Man, it is
He's
not,
a coelacanth.
It's not fuck.
He's a coelacanth.
It's not spelled that way.
But
I'm gonna let the audience decide when we run into him.
yeah, if people
Coelamon.
Coelamon, because he's a coelacanth.
No, I get it, but like, come on.
You guys will know what we mean when you see him. We will fight him, and from then on, you guys can argue in the comments what you think it should be named. Mark has commented I'm basic, I guess. I always loved the dinos. I always loved the dinos the best. Gilmon and Agumon and Terriermon. But Terriermon has a special place in my heart too.
Just to log in here. I mean, thanks for letting us know what your favorites are. But we're talking to Soccer Kid Hyde, so he has something called the kicking boots. You need those boots in order to kick the trees to have a chance of encountering Cardmon, which, as we mentioned before, would allow you to face Cardmon, and if you beat them, you would get extra card packs to improve your decks. He's basically saying, I'll give you the boots if you can find my lost card. And let's see if he gives any more details.
Wait. Go back to Asuka City.
I might have lost an Asuka Inn.
Yes, that's...
Sorry, I don't really remember. And we both know where it is.
Yes.
And let's go do that because I want everyone to understand why sometimes this game can be bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I want you to just think. It's in Asuka City. Think of where we've been before. Where would you normally think something might be, right? Like a lost card. Where would you think it might be?
Oh, cool. Tapermon
first, yeah. I didn't know Tapermon appears in this area.
He does. That's why I was so surprised that we didn't catch him.
We were only running into Kunamon. Tapermon, obviously, based on... I forgot the actual name of them.
Tapers.
No, but there's a mythological creature.
No, in Japan, tapers are believed to be like spiritual animals.
Yeah.
That's why...
But I think they're called something else.
Baku.
Yes.
Not Bake, Baku. Because Bakemon is the ghost.
They like have something to do with dreams, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is funny because in season 4 they actually show off Tapermon and how he actually helps the kids in that show have better dreams. But he was influenced by the darkness and was giving them bad dreams first, having them like go through nightmares.
So let's go. We'll go straight to where the card is, but you could run around this whole place and not find it. And the reason you probably wouldn't find it is because it's located down these stairs in these random boxes, right? So you would go, oh, it's the Gabumon card. That's where it was. Why would you ever think to go? Because here's the thing: if you played any PS1 game, one thing you're probably used to is recognizing background art as something that you can interact with.
Yes.
They would typically kind of mark out things that you can interact with a little bit clearer than kind of background art. And all of this looks like background art. So why? And if you interact with it before, you got kind of like no real interaction. Like,
yes.
It doesn't really give you an idea that there's something there. So you could stumble around this whole city and not know where the hell this card is. You could talk to every NPC. Maybe you might get a clue or two. But you go around trying to find it and not know where it is. And you just have to kind of like divine that it's in one of these boxes.
So my brother and I relied on a website called Game Winners to be our guide back in the day. We're talking about 2002 through 2006.
Not immediately, I will say.
Yeah, not immediately.
But we didn't know about it.
But we did learn about it as time went on. And it was through there that we figured out some of like what we were supposed to do here. Although some of it were lies.
I think a lot of people figured out through guides what you were supposed to be doing or where things were because it is not clear.
Yeah. Not to mention the text, like you were mentioned before. Like, we went through there first. We went to those boxes and we checked it multiple times. Nothing. It kept saying, oh, there's nothing here. It looks like it was just cleaned or something.
Yep.
Only to go back now after having spoken to those boxes multiple times to figure out, oh, that's where the card is.
Yeah. So it saves us a lot of time just by getting it because we know it's there. It's an infamous part of the game. A lot of people make fun of it. Now he's basically telling us like, oh, cool, thanks for getting the card, but you can actually get the boots from Vmon. He's unpredictable, he's hard to find. And so now you need to go and find where he is. He goes, to find out about Vmon, go where people meet. clearly meaning, you might think an inn, you might think maybe the lamb chop, which is the bar, or the bar/restaurant. That's probably where you need to go next. And that's what we would do, but I do want to fight something here first. And here
it's the titular Digimon
so,
we were talking about.
You know what? Let's talk about this.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
You're 8 or 9, right? You are a impressionable young child,
yes.
bright young child.
You're 8 or 9 years old,
and you know your ABCs. You've learned how to read, and you look at this name. Where on God's green earth would you decide this is Sealamon?
Okay,
Sealamon.
To
I don't care.
to play devil's advocate.
No, don't be a.
How do you spell city?
CITY.
The C in city has an S sound.
Okay, you know what? But look at this.
I know.
Look at the fucking gap we have to make Sealamon.
And the worst part is, if we were to use the C as an S here, which I'm playing devil's advocate on your side.
I also don't think it would even sound like Sela.
It would be Soella.
It would be no, but even if you took out the O, it would be Sela.
Yeah.
Not even Sela.
I know. It's so frustrating because I want to say Koalamon, just like I've been saying my entire life, because that's how it's spelled.
You know what? And we're gonna go. I'll make an executive decision. We can call Kuamon Bearmon. As far as I'm concerned, this is Koalamon.
You know what? Fine.
Koalamon.
Koalamon.
That's right.
Even though it's based off of a coelacanth.
I also don't think this is going to work very well.
Oh no, this is a water type Digimon against a fire type. This is going to hurt. I don't think this is going to do too much.
I think he's going to knock me out if I don't drop him. Oh yeah. He's going to
switch to Bearmon. Switch to Grizzlymon. Gilmon, survive, please. Please survive. Okay,
nope.
Never mind.
No, he's going to drop us. Oh boy.
Oh, that dropped fast.
Yeah, this is bad.
Okay, so we squashed the Koalamon argument, but we lost Gilmon.
Yeah, we were talking too much. Okay, so no techniques. Cool. Let's just go straight for an attack.
Oof. All right, let's see.
I just hope the strength alone can do it. Okay.
Koalamon is putting up a fight.
I just need to see if I can take this hit. I think I can. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's taking hits. He's good. Our bear, our boy bear, our bear boy. He's doing good.
I'll put a slight amount of respect on Sealamon's name. Begrudgingly. But that is complete BS. You best not evade.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to leave this area because...
Yeah, poor Gilmon's not going to be able to do much.
And it was for his benefit. When you do get into the... oh, nice. When you do get into your champions, I do know that you can go up and start fighting Triceramon pretty safely.
So Mark has been commenting... I think it's on the floor in one of the public available houses. Yeah, referring to the card. Mark, we already knew where it was. Or in a Pokeball behind a tree, can you cut... Oh, okay, never mind. Clearly, Koalamon is pronounced Molamon? I don't understand.
I think
Mark,
is that type of fish?
Mark, you're going to have to explain that, bro. Oh, Andre, you're catching us at the very end, bro. We're not going to be on for much longer, but still appreciate it. And yeah, Mark is just replying to Andre just in time to watch them.
Yeah, you missed one of our little mini meltdowns about some aspects of this game that make no sense.
I would ask you to go back and see if you can find another Koala or Sealamon. But I guess I get Andre. I guess you can catch it next time. Or watch the VOD, and you can tell me in person or tell us in the comments what you think. But there's a Digimon called Koalamon or Sealamon. There's an ancient animal called the coelacanth. This Digimon was based off of it, but the name is spelled Coelamon. Any rational person would see that and say, "Oh, Koala." Now, growing up, that's what we called it. That's what everyone called it. And
Yeah,
then as I was doing
Men
research,
of reason,
Yes.
no substance would call it Quella.
now as I was doing research for Digimon World 1 for this year's Digimon Day video, I looked up Koalamon because he was a big prominent character in that game, and I found out that his name is pronounced Sealamon, as in coelacanth.
Sheer madness.
I don't disagree with you, brother, but yes.
Like, I just got over Asuka City. Like, I get it. Like,
It's a Japanese name. It's Asuka. We always called it Asuka.
yeah, of course.
Oh, like azúcar in
God,
Spanish,
God forbid
like sugar in Spanish.
I pronounce my words.
Yes.
I do exactly as I'm told to pronounce my words.
But yeah, it's absolutely Asuka City.
Oh, can we even enter? No, right? We can't go to
Go where?
El Dorado yet, right? That's
We
what
could.
it's, can we enter?
Yeah. I entered it. I don't know if we'll be able to like do anything at the moment. But
We
we
can't
might,
afford. Well, maybe we can afford something. Let's find out.
I don't even know how many bits we have.
I don't think that opens up until the first gym, but let that be the last thing.
They're
we
not
do.
gyms, they're cities.
Oh my god,
I'm not calling them gyms.
they are effectively gyms.
All right, I don't think they're going to let us through yet.
I think we need to maybe be old champion, or we need to beat the first leader. Also, keep an eye on this
Oh,
Gilmon.
Andre, do I sound like I have an echo still?
Keep an eye on his Gilmon. He'll be important later.
Well, not that specific Gilmon.
No, I think it's literally that specific one. Remember?
Weird.
It becomes a whole thing. Anyways, we don't want to keep the stream going too long, and we're all welcome. But I hope everyone had fun with this initial stream. We are going to obviously work on the sound issues, and yeah, we're going to be updating the information on each of our Digimon as time goes on.
Might as
which
well
actually-
update that now because
Yeah, 225. Yeah, as time goes on, we'll update all this information, and yeah, hopefully you find that entertaining. If there's anything that you think we can do to improve the stream or to make it more watchable, if there's things maybe you want to focus on more or less, if you, like me, feel a grave injustice in having your young mind polluted with the idea of having a name that's not pronounced the way that it's spelled, then let me know in the chat. But yeah, we want to make this as entertaining for everyone as possible, and do kind of a shorter stream. I know this went on for 2 hours, but we're probably going to keep that up to a max of 2 hours as we make slow progress throughout this. And yeah, we appreciate everyone for coming in, whether you were here for a couple minutes or for the whole stream. We appreciate everyone, and yeah, I look forward to doing more of these streams as time goes on.
Absolutely. And we did mention this before, but if you guys want to see the game we worked on back in high school as we update it or when we release it, let us know. Our main focus will be Digimon World 3. However, this is a very long game. We do want to get through this game at some point before the heat death of the universe.
Yeah, but we'll talk about some of the stuff that we have worked on that game. I'm currently working on a TTRPG that we'll be doing a test on, so I'll probably mention the results of that test, and a little bit more about just our history with the game. And we'd love to hear your history with the game. If you have played this game yourself or any of the other ones in the series, what you've liked from them, if you have a favorite Digimon or evolution, yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts.
Indeed. Final comments. Yeah, I still hear the echo. Something.
You sound like you're in an art museum.
Yeah, there's a lot of echo in art museums. And then Mark is saying, actually, the gym, this is another example of Japanese culture, this time martial arts dojos. Right.
I mean, I don't think they call them dojos either, right?
No.
They're just the leaders of the city.
Yeah. So, again, just to clear it up, in this game, you have to, the first half, you just have to defeat leaders of these cities. So, as
You
time,
belong in a museum.
as time goes on, you'll see us running towards different towns or cities and just going up and being like, all right, so you the leader? All right, put him up. Let's go. We're fighting. Like, we're just doing that for like the first half of the game, and then the story really starts to pick up and things go down.
Yeah, you're given, ostensibly, you're given like, here's what we'd like you to do. Here's the setup for the game, and all of that's going to kind of drop at a certain point, and then the game becomes something else. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I've updated the information so you can kind of see where we are, and I think next goal is going to be get the other two to level 5, get our next devolution, and then probably move on to the first city. Yeah. I have healed, I've saved the game, and I think we're good to go.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, everyone. Just like my brother said earlier, if you were here from the start or just joined us, we still appreciate you. Love that you're here. Love the fact that you guys are here chilling with us on a lazy Sunday morning. If you're watching the VOD, leave us a comment. If you guys want to see more of the stuff that I've been making throughout the years, I run a YouTube channel called Two Stupid Gamers with my buddy Mash. So go and join us there. I'll try to link it somewhere. But search Two Stupid Gamers, all spelled together. TOOGO, Two Stupid Gamers. TOOSTUPIDGAMERZ.
It's actually spelled COEA. So LAMON.
There we go. I put it in the chat. You guys want to go to this YouTube channel, subscribe there, help us grow that channel as well. This is essentially a sister channel to Two Stupid Gamers, and we'll be doing some cross-promotional stuff for both. So,
but first and foremost, this is just for fun.
Yes, this is for fun. If you guys want to see more of us, go ahead and subscribe so you guys will know when we start streaming. We're essentially going to do it.
Or don't
weeks.
Let us tell you what to do.
Yeah, you don't have to.
You do whatever you want to do.
But if you want to, it's there. You know, we're gonna try to stream every 2 weeks.
In fact, I don't want your subscription. Don't even subscribe. I dare you.
We dare you not to. Whatever. We're gonna try to stream every 2 weeks. We'll let you know. We're gonna put up a schedule as soon as we're able to figure that out, and we'll post it here and on our Blue Sky account. So, yeah. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next time.
Take care, everyone.